Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a minute, I know, but I wanted to do a quick update video, carnivore-ish update, but also tell you something that may help you, may not. But you know, I fought with a weight loss stall for a while, and it had me down. If you've watched all of my update videos, you know I went through a moment in time where I just wanted to stop even trying to lose weight, because it seemed like no matter how strict I was or how much I tried, that I just wasn't able to get the scale to move. And everyone told me, stop looking at the scale, just do your thing, blah, blah, blah. And I appreciate everyone that was trying to give me that kind of support and that kind of encouragement. But at the same time, like I've said before, my entire reason for doing this diet was to lose weight. I had tried, keto. I had tried counting calories. I had tried logging food. I had tried all these other things, and nothing really ever stuck. And carnivore was the only thing that I've been able to stick to for a little bit of time. Now, of course, I've fallen off the wagon a few times, but I finally think it's starting to stick. So how did I get through that stall? Or at least what I think. I'm no pro, so I don't really know, but I want to encourage anyone that's struggling with a stall on the carnivore diet to make yourself move. And what I mean by that is, as y'all know, for the last few months I've been going to the gym. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you see update videos, you see gym selfies, you see I post pictures of my watch showing the amount of time, how many calories I've burnt, my heart rate, all that stuff. And I've been doing that since about mid-January, and it really busted me through that stall period. Now, I lift weights, and I try to lift as heavy as I can because that's all I know. It's what I've done, or what I did my whole life growing up, playing sports, doing football, basketball, track, wrestling, all of the things that I used to do as a younger person. Heavy weight training was always a part of that, so that's what I know. I'm not telling you have to do that. What I'm saying is, there came a point in my carnivore journey where I sat down and sort of had a heart-to-heart with myself and said, it's time to stop trying to use solely the way that you're eating as the crutch and blaming that for the reason that you're not losing the weight. Yeah, there's plenty of people out there that have just eat carnivore and they've hit their weight loss goals, and that's awesome. But for me and what my goals are, I don't think that just eating carnivore was going to do it fast enough for me to have and see enough improvement to stick with the diet. I want to encourage you today, if you're struggling with a stall, if you're not seeing the scale move, if you're not seeing improvements, and you're like, I feel good, but I don't feel like this is working enough to make it long term in my mind, I want to encourage you to get up and get moving. Whether that be starting to walk around your neighborhood, whether that be starting to walk in your house. We spend so much time during the day doing things that have zero productivity in terms of our life. And I'm just as guilty at that as the next person. I would sit and play video games for 4 or 5, 6 hours a day. I would watch YouTube for 3, 4 hours a day. And I would say, I just don't have time to go work out. Well, that's a lie. I get up at 5 o'clock-ish every morning that I work out. I try to get to the gym by 6 to 6:15. Now, luckily, I live literally 5 minutes from the gym, so it doesn't take me that long to get there. And I usually work out anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. Some people say that's not long enough, but in that time, I usually burn about 500 to 600 calories every single workout. And my heart rate, the max, is usually anywhere from 130 to 150. I've even seen it at 160. And the average is usually around 110 to 120. Heavy weight training, your heart rate doesn't really get up that much. unless you really, really, really try to burn through the sets. And then you're only going to be in that zone for 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe. So first thing, don't have that heart-to-heart with yourself. Don't make excuses saying that you don't have time. I understand we all live very busy lives. We all have things that we have to do. We have commitments that we've made. We have work. We have family. We have all these things. But I encourage you to evaluate where you're sitting, what you're doing right now at this moment, and what you could be doing right now at this moment. Now, I'm not saying turn the video off and stop watching. I'm just saying, how long do you sit and look at your phone? How long do you sit and look at your computer? How long do you sit and, stare at something that literally isn't producing any benefit to your life? And I don't want to sound like one of these YouTube motivational speakers, because I don't have it all figured out, and I don't claim to. I'm just telling you what has seemed to be working for me. I used to say that when I was a kid, I was addicted to the gym. And when I sat down and had my heart-to-heart with myself, I made the decision that I was going to find that addiction again. Now, I know sometimes addiction is a triggering word, but this is a good addiction for me anyway. It's helped me to blow off steam. It's helped me to have time to myself. I work out alone. I don't work out with anybody else. I put my earphones in and I just go. And it's given me time to think. It's given me time to actually step away from all of those other responsibilities, all those other things that's going on later in the day, and kind of have an internal process of processing what's going on in my mind. The last few weeks, I've had things that I've struggled with mentally and emotionally, and the gym has been my coping mechanism, whereas in the past, food would have been my coping mechanism. So if you're fighting a stall, if you're fighting that urge to maybe quit doing the diet, quit doing, this way of eating, or any diet or any way of eating, I encourage you to make yourself get up and start moving. Use the time that you might be a little bit frivolous with in your day, the time that you're, if you're sitting at work and you've got 10 minutes where you're just waiting for the next meeting, you're waiting for, do a few, body weight squats, do a few lunges, walk around your office. Just move more than you normally would. The other benefit that I've had recently is that I've started working full time. I've talked about that in other videos as well. On average, I probably average 15 to 16,000 steps a day. One day last week, I had 23,000 steps, I think. That's astronomically more than I would have had months ago. Months ago, when I first started wearing this watch that tracked everything, I was lucky to have, 3,000 steps in a day. I was only working 3 days a week. I'd come home from work, sit on my hind end, watch TV, play video games. That would be it. And I was wondering why I wasn't losing weight. Well, because I wasn't moving. I wasn't doing anything. So that's what I want to encourage you today. Now here's the update. Over the last few weeks, like I said, or last few months, I've been working out pretty hard, working out pretty heavy. I have not been 100% carnivore through that time. I've had about 3 days where I have gone off plan. Now, those going off plan days are much different than they were 6 months ago when I first started doing carnivore again. My going off plan day the other day was I went to a sushi shop. I had a sushi burrito, and I had a little appetizer thing of minced octopus, deep fried things. And that was the only thing I ate that day. I had a drink that had a lot of sugar in it, and I didn't drink the whole thing. But it was a one-time deal. Got back right on the diet the next day. There's been another time where I've had, what was it I ate that day? added a roasted sweet potato. You saw it. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw it because I posted it. I had some soft-boiled eggs, some sweet potato, and I think maybe some ground beef or something. I can't remember what I had with it. And, some people would tell me that that's not something I should do. But the relationship I have with food now is so much different than it used to be, and I've talked about that before also. So the movement and the exercise and the walking at work and the doing all these things have helped me progress to where those days that I can tell my wife, hey, let's go on a date, and not worry about my eating habits, not worry about that. And I make myself make conscious decisions on better foods than I would have back, before. So that's kind of where my food is right now. If I have a day where I'm just really craving something, I don't worry as much if I go off plan for the day. I still make better decisions on what I eat. I still make the decision to do OMAD. I still make, the decision to hit the gym the next morning. And I don't punish myself because I decided that that's what I wanted to eat. We're made to live and enjoy this life. And if, having a sweet potato brings you joy that one day and makes it to where you can get through the next 5 days doing carnivore, then go ahead and have that sweet potato. I will always argue that point. Weight loss. So, as y'all know, I was stuck in the 320s for a while. Well, thankfully, Sunday, I weighed, and I was 316 pounds, 316.2 pounds, which was like 37, 38 pounds I've lost since November. And some of you would be like, that's not a lot of weight. I lost 62 pounds in 2 months. That's awesome, and I'm super happy for you. But I have a feeling that a lot of my differentiation in weight loss with other people is the fact that I am building muscle. I can tell I'm building muscle. I've posted pictures of myself in the gym, in the mirror, and looking at my body now compared to my body 6 months ago. If I looked like this 6 months ago, I don't know if I would have went back on carnivore, because as of right now, other than the weight, I am very happy with the way I look without my shirt on or whatever. I see muscle definition that I didn't see before. I see strength that I never saw before, and I'm very pleased with the results that I'm getting so far. And then there's a NonScale Victory. The other day when we went out and had that cheat meal, I was going through my closet trying to decide on what to wear. Right now the weather's weird here, and so one day it'll be 20 degrees and the next day it's 60 degrees. And Sunday was supposed to be a fairly decent day. 60 to me is shorts and flip-flops and, a loose-fitting t-shirt weather. My wife would disagree. So we were going to go, and we knew we would be gone, so we looked at the weather, and it was supposed to be like a high of 63. And I was like, okay, I'm going to bust out some summer clothes. And I tried on a shirt that I would normally wear, and it was really big. And I was like, okay, I kind of expected that, but it didn't feel right. Didn't like it. Put on another shirt that at one point in time was pretty loose, like it was tight on my belly. But I was still going to wear it, and it was loose, hung off of me. So I tried a third shirt, and this is a shirt that I bought 2 years ago. Bought it at Belk. I bought it in the big and tall section. And, 3XLT was my size. That's what I always wore. And for some reason, the way this shirt was, it's a button up. It's, it's a different material. It's not like the Hawaiian shirt material. But it's a button up, and it has a little palm tree design on it. And I liked it. It's turquoise. I like the color, blah, 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 whatever. And so I was like, I haven't worn it. Never worn it. Didn't take it back. I just put it in the closet. I'm kind of a clothes hoarder, my wife would say. But I got that shirt down, and I was like, I'm going to try it on. And I tried the shirt on. Again, I've never worn it because it was so tight. My belly hung out the bottom. The buttons literally like stretched the material, and it was too big. It fit, and it looked fine, but in certain areas it was too big. And I wore it because that was my victory day. as far as this diet and this weight loss. That was the moment I walked out of the bathroom after I put it on, out of the bedroom when I put it on, and I told my wife, I said, I'm literally about to cry. And she's like, why? She didn't see me at the moment. I was walking around the corner, and she's like, why? She thought something was wrong. And I was like, I've never been able to wear this shirt, and now it's too big. And, you know, she just smiled at me because she knows how hard I've been trying to do this. She knows how much, she sees me get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. She sees me go to the gym and then change clothes at work and work all day. And she knows that I do a manual labor job. She knows that I'm trying to not let myself slow down, because I know if I do that, I'll get back to where I was at. So I get it. The scale is not always the determining factor of progression, and I finally realized that this past weekend. It was the first moment where I put on clothes and was like, I'm a different person. So this update video is a little long because we haven't had one in a couple weeks. So we were down to 316.2. I'm super happy about it. I'm super happy about the way I can see myself making changes in the mirror, and of course the clothes starting to kind of show it as well. So that's going to be it for today, guys. It's really hot in here. And I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate all of the support. Go check out Cassie and Larry over at Carnivore Quest. I posted a picture of my progress over there on their Facebook channel, and the support and love from their community was amazing. You know, people giving me the thumbs up. We all need a tire pump every once in a while, you know, and I needed one that day, so I posted that picture of my progress, and everybody was super supportive, super encouraging, and I really appreciate it. So go check them out. Their link to their channel, if you don't know it, is going to be down in the description box. Cassie, Larry, thank you guys for always encouraging everyone in this carnivore community and keeping us together as a family, and not just some people trying to compete against each other. If you guys want to support my channel, you can. There's links in the description box below. I have an Amazon wish list. I have a buy me a coffee, all of that kind of stuff. No, you know, nothing necessary. You don't have to. I'm not even really asking for it, but YouTube says we should promote that kind of stuff. So it's in the description box if you want to see it, and if you want to support the channel. It helps me to buy meats to cook. It helps me to buy things for the channel, equipment, all that good stuff. But again, it's not required, not necessary. I just appreciate you being here and being supportive. So until next time, guys, y'all stick with me. We'll see what we can do. Thanks, guys. God bless.